Yesterday on the channel, we explained the #1 mistake that players make when playing match coverage, in particular cover 4 palms. In today's video, we're going to show you guys a one-play touchdown that you can utilize out of some trip style sets when your opponent is actually playing it correctly. Let's get into it. Yesterday on the YouTube channel, we explained the #1 mistake that players make when playing cover 4 palms, and that is shading their coverage underneath and losing the match rule on the middle receiver in a trip style set. And we talked about how when you leave the coverage alone, it plays far more functionally as a unit in your secondary. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about a way that you guys can beat cover 4 palms, and this also applies to the hybrid style coverages known as cover 6 and cover 9 in the event that you can get trips lined up against the match quarter side of the defense. So what we're going to be talking about here today to break down our first tip is actually going to be a play that is known as Stealer Dig. And this is going to utilize kind of a switch concept of the #2 and the #3 receivers against a palms cover 6 or cover 9 style coverage. So let's go ahead and put this on the field, and I'm going to be breaking down basically how if you smart route the B receiver in this play and then just go ahead and run like a meshing combo underneath, this is actually something that you can use to confuse the quarter safety into swapping on to the third receiver, the #3 receiver, numbering outside to inside. And this is going to leave the skinny post wide open for a one-play score. So you'll notice here that when I snap this ball, it causes a double team of the inside receiver, and then the skinny post ends up getting open over the top. So as we talked about yesterday in our video breakdown, the safety is going to play in a palms or cover 6 style coverage relationship to the third receiver. So if you were to play match style coverage, the outside receiver is #1, the middle receiver is #2, and the inside most receiver on a trips, and this could even be a tight end if they were lined up in a tight end role, is the #3. As we talked about with this player right here, if the middle receiver or the #2 receiver in a trip style set releases vertically, that is the responsibility of the quarter flat defender the entire way down the field. With this route combination, you'll notice that the inside most receiver runs an outside release into the flat and then cuts up the seam. This confuses this player into thinking that that will become his responsibility. Meanwhile, the safety, who is responsible for that inside player vertical if he releases off the ball, stays on him as well, causing a swap off of both players essentially to double team the dig, and the skinny post breaks over the top, and we end up having the one-play score. So this is a concept that, again, if your opponent decides that they want to play true palms, leaving this quarter flat defender is the one that's going to sell the play. So again, what I like to do with this particular setup is I like to create a meshing combo underneath with a wheel down the right sideline. And you're going to notice that the smart routed outside release dig causes this miscommunication between the quarter flat and the trip side safety, which busts the coverage up top for the one-play score. Thank you for checking out this free content over here on the Zan Madden YouTube channel. If you guys are enjoying this content, make sure that you guys also check out my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron Game Plans is your one-stop source for all things competitive Madden. Every week in our Vault update, we go over the meta, or the most effective tactics available being used by pro players on the MCS circuit, breaking down not only how and why the pros do what they do, but most importantly, how you can counteract those metas when you face them in online gameplay. On top of that, your subscription also includes any and every game plan on the site all year long for just the low price of $9.95 a month. And you guys get access to our Discord channel, where we have members of the Gridiron Game Plans community chatting daily, helping each other get better at the game. And this also includes a lab session every single Wednesday night on the channel. So make sure you guys get over to the website. If you guys are looking for the best escape artist defense in the community, you have to look no further. gridirongameplans.gg. Now back to the video. The idea for this clip was actually something that I got from a Twitter clip that I saw floating around on March the 14th. It was a clip of Washington State's offense, and they are coached by Mike Leach, who is a heavy user of the mesh concept. And in that video, you notice that there is a player that is on a shallow cross that ends up bending back over the top to break the match rules. And these little crossing style plays where players exchange lanes is the culprit for a lot of busted coverages when you play match, not only in college, but obviously in the NFL. Now, the problem is that this play Steeler dig is only found in the Steelers playbook, so it is very playbook specific, but don't worry, I've got you covered here on this breakdown. So we're actually going to take a look here at another concept that actually most trip style formations have, and this is called scat. Scat is a play that is designed to be kind of a short passing concept, but we're going to utilize a swap of the number 3 and the number 2 receivers in this play to bust cover 4 palms as well as cover 6 for a 1-play score just the same. So if you guys are in a playbook that is not the Steelers, go ahead and look in your playbook for this concept scat, which has the bubble route. Now, again, I did talk about in this video how the cover 4 palms and the cover 6 both utilize the same rule set against trip style sets. So I'm going to set cover 6 as an audible, and we're going to work through this example twice. So here we are on the field in scat out of a trip style set. This could be a trio formation. This could be a trips tight end style formation. And you'll notice that with this play, again, the number 3 receiver, Juju Smith-Schuster, is releasing into the flat, which causes some weird miscommunications with this play. Now, what I would recommend doing with this play would be to maybe put the X receiver on a curl, just to kind of give you a curl flat combo with him and Juju Smith-Schuster, and you're just going to send that middle receiver on a fly route straight down central, and it's going to cause a very similar miscommunication of this coverage. Once again, the miscommunication occurs with the quarter flat and the inside quarter safety in a palm style coverage. So you don't have to have Steeler dig. This is an easy can opener for this coverage, as you'll find as well. You can just throw this all the way up top for a 1-play score. And as I mentioned, this is also going to apply to a cover 6. And as I mentioned, this is also going to apply to a cover. And as I mentioned, this is also going to apply to a cover 6 style of coverage. This is a hybrid or a split field coverage that is a matching principle. So on the left, we have our match quarters, and against trips, it's going to play palms rules or that same special check. On the right side, we have a deep half defender and a soft squat defender. So for all intents and purposes, it's a match variant of cover 2 to the right side. But again, when you're facing this style of coverage, you just basically have to run that little switch combo between the bubble and the middle receiver, Y, Deontay Johnson. Now, in terms of your route combo against the cover 2 side, kind of up to you. You know, you could, if you have a hot route master, create kind of like a high-low on the soft squat defender, which would be Peters, but we're not going to worry about that here. That's for another video. But again, you're going to notice that the quarter flat defender is going to jump off, and you're going to have the lob all the way over the top to the middle receiver against a cover 4 palms and a cover 6 style coverage. So if you guys are struggling with beating matching coverages, this is a very, very easy way that you can do this out of a trip style set. Now, if you guys want to understand more about match coverages, not just how to beat them, but how they operate, you guys can take a look at my match game plan on gridirongameplans.gg, where we break down all these rules. There's a ton of things to know about quarters, whether you're palms, whether you're facing twins or trips, whether you're playing press or off coverage, whether that formation is a compressed style set. There's a lot of different things that you guys need to know about match coverage. And even if you don't want to run match coverage, just watching that game plan and learning those rules makes the offensive side of the ball even easier for you. But that is today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. We'll see you guys right back here tomorrow with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.